First 5 questions are based on idiomatic expressions, phrase meanings, and you have to decide right or wrong. If it is right, 5th option, or it may be some other option, no correction required. Wrong, you have to choose the correct option. The automobile firm, underline the word firm. You can also say company, organization, will look for other options, US dollars 10 million as part of a settlement with the administration. Will look for other options, then you have US dollars 10 million. Is any continuity over there? There is no continuity and grammatically not correct. That means it is right or wrong. Please mark it wrong, strike it off. Will be incurring a loss. OF would have been correct, but here what do you see? OFF is not correct. Hold the second option. Will pay more than US dollars 10 million as part of a settlement with the administration. Seems right. Hold that one. Will suffers. Can you use the word form suffers after will? After will, the verb should be in which form? Bare infinitive. So use your grammar knowledge, strike off the 4th option. And will not spend more than as part of a settlement. Here we talk about paying, not will not spending. So what is the answer based on that? Will pay more than US dollars 10 million. An easy one, I suppose. Question number 2. Anyone who has had a row, underline has had, answer immediately which tense is this? I don't want to listen to the word past at any cost, for God's sake. Please make a note, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Nothing wrong as such with the expression, but here continuity is important. Who has had a row, this takes the preposition with a neighbor. But do you see the word with? That means is it right or wrong? First you mark it wrong. But write the word a row. A row has 3 different meanings. One is something like, right, front row. We always prefer which row? You guys are very sharp. What is the second one? A row means what? Right, dispute. And what is the third meaning? Move a boat. Move a boat with what? Your hands or oars? Oars. Write the word oars. Move a boat with what? Using oars. 3 different meanings. Here which one? First one or second one or third one? Second one. Have you copied all the 3? Front row, back row. Row means a queue. Second, dispute. And third one, move a boat. Nothing wrong with that part, but preposition is missing. Anyone, so don't consider the given one. Anyone was made to believe. Can you use the word to here? Strike off unnecessary words and eliminate the option. Anyone who has been involved in a feud, what is the clue for you? Underline the word with a neighbor. That seems right. But underline the word feud. Feud means what? Same thing, you can write dispute. You can also write the word fight. Feud means what? Fight. But there's one important expression you guys have to know. Have you copied these 2? Write this expression, blood feud. Have you heard of this any time? Blood feud, brackets, you write tribals. Traditionally, tribal people, they would indulge in blood feud. Means tribe A, tribe B. Kill someone in this tribe, kill someone in that tribe. Irrespective of the person who killed. Imagine X killed someone in this tribe. They are supposed to kill X only because he is the one who killed someone in this particular tribe. But they kill someone, it doesn't matter, but someone has to be killed. And that goes on down the generations. That is known as blood feud. But you all know there's another word. Have you written these? Please write the word faction. And also write the word factionism. Who is faction king? One hero, Balakrishna. All his movies based on Rayalaseema factionism. Have you got the meaning now? who has had a feud, who has been involved, underline who has been involved in a feud with, has been involved in something. Which tense is that? Present perfect. Active voice or passive voice? Change it to active voice. He has been involved in it, or he has been involved in a feud. Can you change it to active voice? That means, is it in active voice or passive voice? If you say passive voice, change it to active voice. Tell me. He has been involved in a feud. Change it to active voice. A feud has been involved with him. He has been involved in something. He has been involved. Here it is in active voice, not in passive voice. Have you guys got it? In a feud with a neighbor. That seems right. Hold that one. Who cannot keep calm when it, does it make any sense? Anyone who are or who is. What is wrong with this option? You strike off the unnecessary words. Please do that only, then you remember. We don't have magical powers, unfortunately. By listening, can we remember? We have to do something. What is the last one? No correction required. But underline the word liberty. Liberty means what? Very good. Freedom. Wonderful. So what is the answer here? Second option is the answer. But I'll read the sentence. We'll see if something is there to learn. Anyone who has been involved in a feud with a neighbor knows that dumping garbage, underline dumping. Dump means what? To throw something, garbage in a neighbor's premises. Premises means? Very good. Is a serious escalation to the matter. Would have been of the matter, but escalate means what? Increase. But write a few words based on garbage. What are the other words you have to recollect? One, litter. Second, rubbish. Rubbish also means nonsense. What he says is rubbish means what? What he says is nonsense. But rubbish also means garbage, litter, waste. And quite often you see in the neighborhood or colony someone coming with a gunny bag and collecting the waste. What do you call that person? Please write this. A rag picker. A rag picker is the one who collects the garbage in the streets, in the colony. And underline the word rag. Rag can be a noun, can be a verb. As a verb, you all know ragging. You must have experienced college days, or you must have ragged someone. Nobody knows that. And there it is a verb. But rag as a noun, what does it mean? Imagine in the kitchen, the housewives, they use a waste cloth for cleaning purpose. What is that called? Write the meaning. A rag means, as a noun, what does it mean? Waste cloth used in the kitchen. In Telugu, we say masigudda. Have you guys got it? Okay, rag. But there's one important idiom you have to know. Please write. Rags to riches. Very good. Rags to riches means from very poor state to very rich state. What is the typical example in our country? Which family is a typical example? Ambanis. Ambanis initially very poor, but today the richest. So it's a story of rags to riches. Shall I go to the next one? The ambitious initiative. Underline ambitious. You're all ambitious youth. Means what? You have a dream and you're working very hard to make your dream come true. The ambitious initiative has been made. Intercity travel in the country by drastically reducing the travel time. Has been made intercity travel, to that extent nothing wrong. In the country nothing wrong. But you cannot say by drastically reducing. That is not acceptable. Contextually speaking. That means has been made right or wrong. But it is in active voice or passive voice. Present perfect passive voice. Please make a note. Present perfect passive voice. And initiative, generally we talk about the objective, the intention, the objective, the aim, the purpose. So what is the first option over here? The ambitious initiative, initiative singular or plural? Singular. Aims to improve intercity travel in the country. How? Ask the question, how does it aim to reduce? By drastically. That seems perfect. Contextually, grammatically. Hold that one. Can you say initiative seek to? What should be the word seeks to? But S is missing. Underline the word curb. What is the meaning of curb? I write, beginners write the word restrict. Curb means restrict. Restrict what? Freedom, movement, anything. Stop or curb means restrict. He is going to limit. We need a positive option or negative option. But limit is negative or positive? Negative. Will be felicitating or facilitating. Underline this word and strike it off. But write two words. One is felicitate. What is the other word? Facilitate. Facilitate means what? Provide. Human resources managers are known as facilitators. They provide the services to employees. But tomorrow you get success, you get the job, we organize a success meet, you come onto the stage, we give the mic, and we give a shawl, something. What is that process called? Felicitation. Recognizing someone's accomplishment or achievement in public. You all know that? So can we use that word in this context? No. Means what is the answer here? First option is the answer. Aims to improve intercity travel in the country. Where in the country? How? By drastically reducing the travel time. That makes sense. All of you write this expression. Travel. You all know that word. Travel, everyone knows. But if you travel every day long distances for work, what is the word? Please write the word commute. And the person is called commuter. Write that also. Commute, usually what happens, a city is big initially, not congested. Once it becomes popular, people from every nook and corner, they go to that city because it became popular. Then the city gets congested or not congested. Then they cannot stay in the city. Housing problem, infrastructure problem, especially housing. Then what happens, the towns in and around that city, they go there and they start developing. What are these called? Please write two words. Very good. One is the satellite towns. The other one is suburbs. You have to know both the words. Satellite towns or suburbs. Have you written? Very good. And these satellite towns or suburbs, usually, where are they? In the outskirts or on the outskirts of the city? Please write that. On the outskirts, not in the outskirts. That's a common error. On the outskirts. And based on that, people commute. They travel long distances for work every day. Have you got all these words? Fine. Shall I go to the next one? The video provided a glimpse of the construction of rail bridges over various rivers. As such, it seems perfect, nothing wrong. Provide a glimpse means a look about something. Let us look at the options. Made the people aware about. Made the people aware about means provide knowledge. But here, give an idea about, glimpse of. Given one seems okay. What is the next one? No correction required. Hold that one. Throws a picture of. Can you use the verb throw? Sheds a light. Sheds light would have been correct. Strike off the indefinite article a. And what is the last one? Not relevant here. So what is the answer? No correction required. The diplomats are trying to speak to the officials as in the region by mediating between the other two countries. No clue as such, but when you read the options, you get an idea. Diplomats are trying to do what? Reduce the tensions or increase the tensions? So escalate, what is the opposite? Have no plans to be in does not make any sense based on the context. Avoid the whole issue. Why will they avoid? Then why should they be appointed as diplomats or ambassadors? What is the next one? Resolve or trying to, underline to. After that, can you say resolved or resolve? Trying to resolve. So you strike off the word resolve. What is the fifth option? Trying to de-escalate the tensions in the region by mediating between the two other countries. That seems perfect grammatically and contextually. So what is the answer over here? I think all the five are easy. How many of you have got 5 out of 5? Okay, 3 plus. Fine. What are these about? I think only one sentence. Which sentence is correct or incorrect? Underline the word correct. The manager was questioned as to why was the security or as to why the security was. You guys have to respond. Here you cannot use the manager was questioned as to, underline one group. Then you cannot use the clause in the interrogative form. Why was the security guard forced to work? Wrong. Why the security guard was forced? Change the position. Why the security guard was forced to work beyond his normal duty hours. That means sentence is right or wrong. Mark it wrong. There has been several cases. Underline the word cases. Antecedent problem. Antecedent means something that comes before. Here cases, singular or plural. Will you say there has been or there have been? Change it. There have been several cases of the disease reported in the southern region of the country. 2 is right or wrong? 2 is also wrong. The sensor of the fire alarm did not function properly, and this led to the fire getting detected at a later stage. This seems right. Hold this one. What is the fourth option? Where the tourists leave in 15 minutes. Or will you say, you can also use the word, if the tourists leave in 15 minutes, they will never be able to reach the station on time. Here can you use the word where? That is an inappropriate word. Strike off the word where. That means what is the answer here? Third option, nothing wrong. Grammatically, contextually. You have a question, you ask me. That boy. Which one? Question number 3 or third option? The sensor of the fire alarm did not function properly. Anything wrong you feel? No. And this led to the fire getting detected at a later stage. No need. That led to also you can use, and this led to also you can use. When we say this led to, you are trying to be more specific. This particular condition led to something. And when you say that led to, already you have mentioned, you are referring to what has been mentioned already. Both are correct, nothing wrong. That is your doubt? Very good, I appreciate. But please ask, if this boy is really the student, I know his body language. He is a very good listener, he is good at English also. But the only problem with him, he doesn't ask. He looks at the screen or he looks at me like that. Then I have to understand reading between the lines. He has something to. Have you ever noticed? I ask him, do you have something? Has he spoken? Then how did I know? Non-verbal communication. Okay, shall we go to the next one? What are these about? Have you worked on this Parajumble? Easy or difficult? Shall we do now or shall we do later? How many of you now? Raise your hands. How many of you later? Raise your hands. We go with the majority now. Let us take elimination approach because we have new students. Underline, please do what I say, only then you get clarity. Underline the word, the two words. These applications. Answer my question, these, which part of speech? Demonstrative pronoun or adjective? Because applications is a demonstrative adjective. Cannot be the first one, eliminate. What is the next one here? These types also demonstrative adjective, cannot be the first one. One of such solutions, underline such solutions. Then it is also like telling specifically about something, cannot be the first one. Therefore should be the last one. Can you consider therefore as the first one? What is the next one? In an era when global connectivity, this seems like a broad statement about the present scenario. Hold that one. Research indicates the same, underline the same. Means something has been mentioned, repetition the same. Cannot be the first one. So what is the first one here? E is the first one. In an era when global connectivity is crucial for business operations, Incidents of travel disruption. The clue for the next one, underline the word disruption. What is the meaning of disruption? Interruption. Have surged. Surge means what? Increased or sudden forward movement. Affecting countless professionals. Here this sentence talks about a problem. What is the problem here? Incidents of travel disruption. Now, what is the second one here? Can we say these applications? No. What is the B here? These types of disruptions. First sentence talks about what? Interruptions. One or many incidents of disruption. Am I right? That means these types of disruptions seems the second one or not the second one. So what is the second one here? But please underline these types of disruptions. Research indicates in an era when global connectivity is crucial for business operations, incidents of travel disruptions have surged, affecting countless professionals. These types of disruptions, which have occurred whether due to a pandemic, a global IT outage, underline the word outage. How many of you know the meaning of the word outage? Raise your hands. Outage means power cut. Please write the meaning, power cut. Generally in this part of the world, what do we say? There was a power cut. But what do they say? There was an outage. Outage means the same, power cut. A global IT outage. Here, global IT outage means what? Functioned or did not function. Geopolitical conflicts or extreme weather events have compelled people to take unanticipated steps, underscoring the critical need for resilient business travel solutions. What is the clue for you for the next one? We have a problem, then we have a solution. Every problem has a solution. So underline travel solutions. What is the third one? One of such solutions. Previous sentence talks about what? Solutions. So what should be the third one? One of such solutions involves making sure that employees have the right tools such as automated travel applications. Underline applications. What is the clue for you for the next one? These applications. Which one is these applications? Underline these applications. Help manage flight and hotel bookings, all that stuff. And still how many do you have? What are those two? F and here, let us go to F. What does it say? Research indicates the same. Nearly 9 out of 10 professionals have faced significant challenges in the past year. Oh, I think this should be the second one. What is the second one here? EF. B is what? Or it should be B, EBF. EFB or EBF? EFB. Why not EBF? Let us cross-check, hold those three. We'll complete this, then we'll go back there. And what is the next one here? Research indicates, leave that one. And what is the last one? We'll get the last one. What is the last one here? D is the last one. Based on what? Therefore. Underline therefore and put a star mark. Now let us cross-check. We have to be a little careful. First, no second thoughts. We have to check 2 and 3. Am I right? We'll consider, first, I haven't read F, I'll read now. A research indicates the same. Nearly 9 out of 10 professionals, underline 9 out of 10 professionals. B talks about what? These types of disruptions which have occurred, whether due to whatever, have compelled people to take unanticipated steps, underscoring the critical need for more resilient business travel solutions. But travel solutions continuity is required. That means B should be second or third. Have you got it now? So what is the second one based on that? What is the correct order now? E, F, B, C, A, D. How many of you have got this one right? Wonderful. Very good, I appreciate that. But I told you to underline one word. Which one is that? Outage have given the meaning. Any other word? No. Okay, no problem. But a paragraph like this, can you be damn sure about the first one? Say yes or no. Can you be damn sure about the last one? On what basis? 2 marks assured. Now you imagine a situation where you could not get the 4. What are you supposed to do? 2 options you have. One option, throw a stone, check your luck. Second option, refrain from touching and be happy with 2 marks. Which one will you prefer? Be happy with 2 or throw a stone and try your luck? Be happy with 2. Don't throw a stone, not advisable. Because these 2 will also disappear. Something goes wrong, not advisable. An interesting one, but I have given many a time. What is the other word for travel plan? Please write. How do you pronounce that? Itinerary. But what is the spelling? R-A-R-Y. We don't say itinerary. That sounds ridiculous and awkward. What do we say? Itinerary. Itinerary means what? Please write newcomers. We have senior students that are responding so well. But others have to make a note. Travel plan. And some people travel around the world. Write that also. Globe trotter. Globe trotter. Have you guys copied? Globe trotter itinerary. Travel plan. And when you travel, what do you carry with you? I'll write one word. Tell me right or wrong. So write and strike off the letter S. But you move from one place to another place. You leave that place permanently. You carry all your stuff. What do you call? Please write the idiom bag and baggage. Bag and baggage means all your belongings. Whatever you have, you carry with you. Bag and baggage. And you leave a city permanently. What is the idiom for that? I have already given. Very good. At least a few students. Please write leave for good. Leave for good means leave permanently. Have you copied? Luggage, bag and baggage, leave for good. Leave permanently. What are these about? I think they are just inserting here and there to disturb you people. The workers will not be able to complete their work now that the lights have gone out. Anything wrong with this? What have you thought? You have to respond. See, I ask you to judge your standards to get an idea about how you think. How will you decide? The workers will not be able to complete their work. One clause. Anything wrong? Which tense is that? I will be able to complete, I won't be able to complete. Future tense. Tick that part, nothing wrong. Now that the lights have gone out. Here underline now that means based on the situation. Here now that means what? In the present situation. Please write. In the present situation. What is the present situation? Lights have gone out. Underline lights, underline gone out. Something important I'm going to tell. First you underline. Write these combinations. Power goes off. What is the verb we use? Goes off. Power went off yesterday. While I was having my dinner, power went off. What do we say? Power, remember, go off. Then you write the word lights. Lights, what do we say? Go out. Don't ask me where. Go out means same thing. Power going off, lights going out, same meaning. But you got to focus on what? It is the same verb. What are the words you have to focus on? Off and out. Power goes off, lights go out. That you have to learn and remember. Here what is the expression used? Have gone out. Which tense is that? Present perfect tense. Nothing wrong with that. It was decided that the meeting would be held the next day after lunch. Anything wrong? It was decided, past, and the meeting would be held. Again, would talks about past. The next day after lunch. Next day after lunch, a little awkward it sounds. After lunch, they decided to hold the meeting. Next day would have been better, but nothing wrong. Hold that also. What is the third one? The new employee was reprimanded by his superior because of the errors he had made. Underline was reprimanded. Reprimand is an important word. Write a few words. First you write the word rebuke, reprimand, scold, chide, admonish. All these words are very important. Rebuke, scold, chide, admonish, reprimand. At the workplace we use, scold goes with everyday English, other words go with workplace. Have you guys got it? Was reprimanded, active voice or passive voice? Past tense or present tense? By his superior, underline by his superior. Why should you underline? Takes which preposition, than or to? That you have to recollect. Because of the errors he had made. That also goes into past. Hold this also. The transporter assured his client that the goods will be delivered tomorrow. We are supposed to select the first one or correct one or wrong one. The workers will not be able to complete their work now that the lights have gone out. Seems okay. It was decided that the meeting would be held the next day after lunch. Some disturbance is here. The new employee was reprimanded by his superior because of the errors he had made. Seems okay. The transporter assured his client that the goods will be delivered or would be delivered. Underline assured. Assured verb is in present or past. Then you cannot use will be. What is the right word to be used here? How many errors have you found out? First one is right or wrong. Second one, some disturbance is there. Position of the word after lunch expression. Third one, anything wrong. The new employee was reprimanded by his superior because of the errors he had made. That also should be, if at all there is an error, it should be because of the errors. But which is the first action? He made errors or he was reprimanded? No, he made errors. That is the first action, should be in past perfect. Nothing wrong with that. I think you cannot choose all are correct. Then you have to choose how many, but how many seem to be correct? So, problem with the key. What does the key say? Check once. All correct, impossible. All correct, possible or impossible? So, keep the key aside. Take your own key, decide. Shall I go to the next one? How the evidence could be stolen. These are correct or incorrect? Careful. Otherwise, you will catch me. How the evidence could be stolen from the locker was something no one could explain. Seems okay? How the evidence could be stolen from the locker was something no one could explain. There is an area in the Pacific Ocean which is used to dump decommissioned satellites as it is far from any inhabitation. Underline word, inhabitation. Inhabit a place means what? Live over there. Inhabited by someone. Anything wrong? Had the presentation been a short one, everyone would have liked it. Put a star mark this one. Anything wrong? Say yes or no. Immediate answer. It is based on what? Grammar knowledge. And which tense is, which conditional is this? It is related to conditionals. I should not give that clue. Which conditional? Past conditional. How many of you say? Raise your hands. Very good. Make a note. Past conditional. I hope you guys are listening attentively. Why is this important? When we say it is a conditional, sheer common sense, you should think, where is the word if? Without the word if, how can we say it's a conditional? Because conditional sentences are also known as if conditionals, but you see the word if here, then you have to recollect. When it comes to past conditional, if clause, we use the past perfect in affirmative form with the word if. If she had come yesterday, she would have enjoyed the party a lot. But second pattern, we drop the word if, then we use past perfect in interrogative form. Then what do I say? Had she come? So here, had the presentation been a short one? That means if the presentation had been short one, Had it been short one, both mean the same. That you have to recollect. And you have to be damn sure there is no error whatsoever. Sentence is perfect, goes with past conditional. It is acceptable if such errors are made once or twice, but one keeps repeating them. After but, we have to use a condition. But if one keeps repeating them, the problem lies elsewhere. Do you see the word if? That means which sentence is wrong. Fourth part, there is an error. One word is missing. What is that word? Add but. If one keeps repeating them, the problem lies elsewhere. Have you guys got it? Okay. What is this about? Passage. Okay. An interesting passage. Have you read it? That is something amazing and a little scary also. Imagine you apply some chemical, everything you can see inside. That is unimaginable. Scary or not scary? Some people may faint also then. You got to read carefully a passage like this, not for a layman, not for a typical candidate. Goes with people like you, intellectuals. Goes with whom? Intellectuals like you. And some questions you have to navigate, make sure it is right. I think how many questions based on the passage? I like the way you guys smile when I say you are all intellectuals. 9, how many are easy? Minimum 5, 7 easy. Okay, let us check. As mentioned in the passage, the molecules of tetrazine, it's all about that, when mixed with water present in the skin. Skin has so many things. One of the components, constituents, water, can have adverse impacts. Can it have adverse impacts? Underline the word adverse. Means what? Negative. Then why will they conduct research? Common sense. Can have adverse impacts on the fats and proteins that have been consumed by the individual. That means first option, right or wrong? Wrong. Have the tendency to behave in an irregular pattern, especially in reptiles? No, it talks about regular pattern, not irregular pattern. Strike off. And not in reptiles. They conducted research on what? Rats. Rats come under what? You need a bit of zoology background. Broadly, animals are divided into chordates, non-chordates, chordates, or animals without backbone, animals with backbone. We have backbone or we don't have backbone. So we come under chordates. There first we talk about fish, Pisces. From fish we got amphibians. Then we talk about amphibians, land and water. From there we got reptiles, from snakes and all, dinosaurs. Then we got aves. Aves means birds. Then we got mammals. We belong to mammals. Mammals, 2 characteristic features. One, they don't lay eggs. What do? They give birth to young ones. One. Second, they have 2 or 3 are there. They feed the babies with milk, second factor. Third one, they have hair, third factor. So rats come under what? Are they fish? Say yes or no. Are they amphibians? Are they reptiles? Are they birds, aves? So they belong to mammals. But here it talks about what? Reptiles. Means right or wrong? Strike off the word reptiles. Can make the water's light bending characteristics equivalent to that of the surroundings. This is the answer. They are mentioned in the passage. Hold that one. Are unable to scatter the light if the luminosity is too high. Underline the word luminosity. Luminescence. Bioluminescence. Have you heard of this phenomenon? Animals and plants emit light. That is known as what? Bioluminescence. You all must have seen that movie. What is it? Maria the Ramanna. Have you seen the movie Maria the Ramanna? Sunil's movie. Suddenly they're traveling, suddenly the train stops, night time, and they see all the lightning bugs. Now you can recollect. So because of what? What is that phenomenon called? Bioluminescence. Prevents the light to pass through it. Not correct. So what is the answer here? Third option is the answer. But this one has to read not that easy, in my opinion. If you say easy, you are better than the master. Shall I go to the next question? Which of the following words is same in meaning as the word means? In this context, means what? Ways. Have you chosen an easy one? This is an easy one. Other words are simple words. Wealth, selfish, transport, average, not at all relevant in this context. Means ways. Next one. Which of the following can fill the blank? Where is the blank? First paragraph or second paragraph? Here, the effect was pronounced, means to state publicly, enough for researchers to see blood vessels beneath the animal's scalp, some of its abdominal organs, and a number of delicate muscles directly visible through the dissection. If you have zoology background, generally speaking, all the at plus 2 level, graduation level, zoology students dissect. You all know dissection. We have sessions, practical dissection. What do we dissect? We dissect sharks, we dissect lizards, garden lizard, not these lizards. Okay. Garden lizard, you all know. And we also dissect frogs, many cockroaches, very good, and dissection. Based on that, let us see, can you say after repeated attempts to, that have not been able to, in the bit to, what is the fourth one here? Sights hitherto only will go there. Remember the key words. Sights hitherto directly visible through dissection. Till that time, people could see what was inside through dissection. But because of this, without dissecting, they could see what is there inside. That's what the context talks about. Based on that, what is the answer? Sights hitherto only what? Directly visible through dissection. Answer is the fourth option. This is also not easy. How many, which one have you chosen? No, he has a question. He is not convinced. He is not happy. We'll make him happy. What is the first option here? Can you say delicate muscles after repeated attempts to directly visible? Does it make any sense? That student has to respond. Can you say muscles that haven't been able directly, is it grammatically correct? No. Muscles in the bit to directly visible through dissection. Do they make any sense as such? What is the last option? As individuals have allowed, that all these are irrelevant. Only one thing stands out. Which one is that? I hope that student is convinced now. So what is the answer? But you have to know the meaning of the word, underline the word hitherto. Means so far. Also write till now. Two expressions. So far only visible through dissection. Till now visible through dissection. I hope now context is clear. Same in meaning, what is the word net? Net gain. Can you say design? Can you say profit? Web? Cage? All these are strange options. What is the meaning? You have to choose. Final. Which of the following is true in context of research published in the journal? The natural opacity of skin subject was restored partially after the dye was removed. No, restored completely, the passage says. That means first one is true or not true. You guys have to respond, Andy. See, if I have to show you that is lower level, I can show you where it is. But that is a higher level or lower level? Higher level, already you have read. Remember the context, remember the passage, remember the facts and figures. Then you respond. Second option, the experiment was conducted on the skin of bats or rats. So, right or wrong? The experiment provided conclusive results to view abdominal organs but not for blood vessels. This is also not correct. What is the fourth one? The dye used by the researchers was red in color, yellow in color, I suppose. Which color? Yellow. Do you know the popular saying on the color yellow? Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow. Have you heard of that? Okay, so what is the answer here? Fifth option. How many of you have chosen the fifth option? Highly appreciable, but it's a trap. Trap means what? Advisable, not advisable. A passage like this, to choose the fifth option, not an easy task. It's an uphill task. You have to read all the options meticulously, make sure without tension, yes, this is not true, this is not true. Then you can go for the fifth option. None of these given as options. I appreciate those who have chosen the fifth option. Next one, as mentioned in the passage would have been better. Typo, I suppose. Which of the following are long-term possibilities that can be achieved through tartrazine? Aid in the process of LASIK surgery, not mentioned anywhere. Measure the level of blood sugar, mentioned in the passage. Take that one. Eliminate the usage of MRI, nowhere mentioned in the passage. Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor operate. They did not talk about depth. Have they talked about depth? Yes? Check properly. The long-term possibilities of tartrazine on humans are enticing, though, from measuring blood sugars to increase the depth at which tumor-killing lasers can operate. Here it talks about what? Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor operate. Both are not one and the same. Are they one and the same? Increase the depth at which tumor-killing lasers can operate. Means they're operating at this level, imagine. Increase the depth. That means they go further deep or not. Listen very carefully to the explanation. Surface level, deep. Increase the depth further. That is one meaning. Here, what is the word? First word? Intensify. Means put more pressure. Intensify your efforts. Now you are preparing for competitive exams. Casually, let us suppose. What will I say? This is the time you have to intensify your efforts. Means what? More. And that is different from increase the depth. Both are entirely different. Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor operate. Is it grammatically correct, first of all? Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor operate. Does it sound grammatically correct? So answer should be only one. Which one is that? How many of you have chosen B? That is the answer. How many of you have chosen B and D? You haven't read the option correctly. Very simple. Convinced or not convinced? Not convinced. I will repeat. Nothing to worry. No, I know. I can make out your non-verbal communication. Here, intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor. To that extent, nothing wrong. Now you listen carefully, because you said no, not convinced. You have to listen carefully. Other students also. Had the option been intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor, that is one thing. Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor operate. That sounds grammatically awkward. Do you understand what I say? Intensify the depth at which lasers operating on tumor. Let us try another way. Put these words in brackets. Now read the sentence. Option, how does it go? Intensify the depth at which lasers operate on tumors would have been better. Operate on what? But here they have changed the position. Lasers operating on tumor operate. No one will write that way. Do you understand what I say? I am not saying contextually it is wrong. I am saying grammatically it is not the correct way to express the idea. So definitely we cannot consider the fourth option. No second thoughts. Whether you like it or don't like it, that doesn't matter. Answer is which one? Shall I continue? Which of the following can replace the word living? We have a problem with this also. What does the key say? Okay, previous question, what does the key say? Only B. So, that's why you must have, you guys are too smart. Answer is what? Only B. This also we have a problem. Where is the word living? Which paragraph you tell me? First paragraph. Living body. Living body requires, okay, remember the combination living body. They want what? Replace. Can you say, only one word is in bold. Which one is that? Living. The word body is not in bold. Quick body, can you say? Abiding. Abiding goes with what? Rules and regulations. Not relevant here. Livelihood goes with profession. Not relevant here. Alive body. Second option, breathing body. In my opinion, it should be alive body, because it contrasts with dead body. What is the opposite of alive body? Dead body. But the key says what? That is not the answer. What is the answer here? How many of you have chosen fourth option? Wonderful. You guys are outstanding. Shall I go to the next set of questions, or we are still with this? According to the passage, Mr. Z. Howe had worked in the field of quantum physics. No. Was formerly employed with Minnesota University. He is confident about the usage of tratrazine on human beings. A little apprehensive, not confident at this stage. Was spearheading, underline the word spearheading, means leading. Spearhead means to lead, to take in a particular direction. The experiment conducted by the researchers at what? Which university? Durham University. Mentioned or not mentioned? None of those given as options. So what is the answer here? Fourth option is the answer. Explicit information. According to the Mr. Strike up the. Can you say the Mr.? According to Mr. So-and-so, Z. Howe, whatever food dies on an obvious choice for the experiment mentioned in the passage. They are toxic or non-toxic? Take this one. These can be sourced without paying any government duty, is not mentioned anywhere in the passage. These are extremely good absorbers of light, mentioned in the passage. That means what is the answer? Only A and C. Q. Q has 2 or 3 meanings. Also write the word clue. C-L-U-E. In a way, same meaning. He got a clue, he got a Q. But Q also goes with, how many of you know indoor sports like billiards and snookers? Billiards, snookers, there also we use this word. Let us see the sentences. Correct or incorrect? A word usage. Okay. The survey results were heavily skewed towards a particular political ideology. This is not easy to decide. Skewed. Here the context talks about manipulated, tilted, twisted. That's the contextual meaning and awareness you should have. Don't decide. We'll go to the second one. The cue for the actors to begin their performance was a loud clap. You all know that. They clap, then the actor starts the dialogue. Right or wrong? You have to respond, and B is correct. Tick that one. Skipping ahead in a cue is considered. Here Q, what should be the spelling? Q-U-E, Q-U-E, U-E, Q. That means this is right or wrong? Wrong. Now you have to decide. You are sure about C is not correct. You have a doubt A, B. Do you have an option like A, B? And do you have an option like only B? Now you have to take the call. How many of you thought answer is A and B? Raise your hands. How many of you have thought answer is only B? Raise your hands. And the key says the fourth option. What is the option the key says? Check once. Fourth option? Or second option? Second option. That means your gut feeling here is correct. You cannot use the word cued towards. It doesn't go with the context. So what is the answer? What is the answer? Outfit. Outfit, you all know. Okay. Shalini was very adamant. Underline the word adamant. Very good. Stubborn. Coordinators tell the students to occupy the front rows. But students don't do that. Then what is the word we can use? Students are stubborn, adamant. That she wanted to wear a designer outfit. Underline the combination. Today we talk about designer outfits. Expensive or not expensive? Expensive, very expensive. Reasonable, unreasonable. Write this word. Very good. I appreciate you guys. Exorbitant means unreasonably priced. Outfit costs 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, lakhs also. Exorbitant prices. Have you written that word? But forget about the word. Sentence seems right or wrong. Perfect. Nothing wrong with that. The not-for-profit means NGO. Outfit was set up in 2016. Here outfit means an organization. Please make a note. It is an outfit of some major organization. Means something like a small organization works in tandem with the major organization. Outfit of Naxal's group, outfit of some other group. It seems to be okay. The not-for-profit outfit was set up in 2016. Grammatically, there's no error, at least you can make out. Was set up in 2016. Which tense is that? Active voice or passive voice? Passive voice, they set up the outfit in 2016. Active voice, the outfit was set up. Passive voice, nothing wrong. Grammatically, you should be damn sure. Hold that also. What is the third one? They outfitted the scuba group with new gear. Key says all correct. Check the key once. Which one? But in my opinion, answer should be only A and B. I will explain. First, you make a note. We have a problem with the key. How many of you underline the word scuba? How many of you know that it is an acronym? Raise your hands. Only a few. Please write the word acronym first. Below that, you write the word abbreviation. Tell me what is the difference between acronym and abbreviation. Abbreviation, we pronounce every letter or we don't pronounce. BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, abbreviation. NATO, how do you pronounce? You have formed a word, that means acronym. And you'll be surprised to know they should have used capital letters, now they have made it a word. Please write all capital letters. Scuba is an acronym. Words stand for, please write. Sometimes you get in GK, static GK. Self-contained, underwater, very good. Underwater breathing apparatus. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So what do you get if you take the first letter? Scuba. It was invented by a Frenchman, Captain Cousteau. He invented scuba diving. You know how he invented? Sometimes when something bad happens, we say it was a blessing in disguise. Have you heard of that? He met with an accident. He was a French soldier. During the World War, he met with an accident and both his arms he became a cripple. You know the meaning of the word cripple? Could not use his body parts properly, especially his arms. Then someone suggested, you take up swimming. Take up means what? Take as an activity. Do something in your free time. Take up swimming. Someone suggested. He started swimming to get back his arms, to make his arms strong. Because he became a cripple. While swimming, he saw the underwater world along the French coast. Underwater world is beautiful. Marine animals, they look very colorful, beautiful. Then he got this fascinating idea. Why not create something that makes a person stay underwater for a long time, like a fish. Then he started working. He created this scuba, but he got stuck at one place. He could not get the regulator. Actually, the scuba equipment is like mask, snorkel, a regulator, oxygen cylinders, and flippers, all these things. He could not control the flow of the oxygen into the body. Then he took the help of one engineer, Emile Gagnon. And that person, engineer, he could give him the regulator. Then together they could bring out scuba gear. What is that? Scuba. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Now we'll go to the sentence. Why is it wrong? Scuba group. Group is persons or not persons. Here it talks about the outfitted, the scuba group. And you cannot say scuba group if you are talking about equipment. You have to say scuba, equipment, but group. With new gear. Gear goes with what? Equipment. So these two are not related to each other. One word group is not acceptable here. Which word is that? They outfitted the scuba gear with the new gear would have been correct. I'm telling the correct sentence also. What should be the correct sentence? They outfitted the scuba gear with the new gear. And generally when we talk about scuba, we use the word gear, scuba gear, new gear. So what is the answer based on that? How many questions are still there? Did I start at 3 o'clock sharp or got extended? 5 minutes summer. The university's research team has secured a study. What are these about? Correct order. The university's research team, anything wrong here? Has secured what? Funding for a groundbreaking study. So what is the correct one here? A, C, B. Which option is that? Have you got it? Easy. Economic hubs between urban and rural areas. What? Disparities you cannot say as cities become. Here when you say economic disparities or economic hubs, disparities means differences. Economic disparities between urban and rural areas widen as cities become hubs of technological innovation. So what is the first one here? B. How many options with B? But what is the second one here? Which one? C. So what is the answer based on that? Have you chosen that? Despite concerns in artificial intelligence, ethical or despite advances in artificial intelligence. Despite advances in artificial intelligence, ethical concerns about data privacy and algorithmic bias, what? Persist. Seems right. So what is the option based on that? Choose that one. Public health diseases or public health campaigns. How many options with C? Public health campaigns advocate vaccination as a preventive measure against infectious diseases. So what is the answer? C, B, A. Which option? The boom market continues to housing or the housing market continues to boom with record sales reported in major metropolitan cities. So you have to change A, B. B, A, how many options? So what is the answer? Big, what are these about? Correct. The very first one, aircraft, right or wrong? Only aircraft, strike off the letter S. Big aircraft are unlikely to be brought down would have been better, another error. Successful businesses employ multiple levers for optimizing or to optimize. One of the two. Can you say for optimize? For optimizing or to optimize. You cannot use for optimize. Statistics has shown that the population, underline population have been or has been increasing. There is an error there also. The education system needs an overhaul to match with the modern era. So what is the answer here? Easy or difficult? Babu, 5 minutes and చెప్పమ్మా ఆఫ్ చేసే